So at the personality level, let's create the persons that can change the system. Now, let's look at 3 people within our system. They have all ruled this country as president. Let's take Mr. Ketua Champo, Ignatius Ketua Champo. Let's take Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Let's take Flight Lieutenant General Rollins. Just look at them. You know, the killing of a Champo should not override all the things he has done. The personality was there. The Ghanaian personality was there. The ideal localization was there.
Okay.
Let's take our first president. The personality was there. You see his finance minister, my old uncle Agric Bedema. He has to run away. You understand? Let's take Flight Lieutenant General Rollins. The personality was there. Look at our current IGP. I have the feeling that he has the persons to deliver. Let's take Anas. When he was in school, he thought that journalism was all about, you know, writing and reporting. And then when he witnessed 2 events of, you know, injustice, he decided to go undercover. So through personality, he's creating a new system of journalism. You understand? So we need the persons.
Okay. So that's the persons.
That's the question of
personalities. Now let's do the systems. Persons build the system. So if we build the persons, they'll build the systems.
So Obama lied to us on the extreme side. He lied to us when he said we should build the system ahead of the personality.
Yeah.
Some also argued that we should build the 2 concurrently. And that is what is happening in real terms now. But our focus should be on the personality. The system, you can build a system, but one person can destroy the system using the same laws.
Indeed.
Look at these loans that this government has accumulated within 6 years. 330 billion.
Did you see what Katie Hammond did with that? He asked him to convert the loans that from Kwame Nkrumah till their MPP government, convert it to dollars and convert same to dollars. And it was as though they matched, and so there's no problem there. That's what they said. Did you hear that?
No. You can't. You see, when you are doing conversions,
right,
you have to regress the rate at which you are converting at a certain constant price. So, from Kwame Nkrumah's regime to President Akufo's regime, 9.5 billion. From Kwame Nkrumah's regime to President Mahama's regime, 122 billion. In nominal terms. But in real terms, you have to look at the exchange rate under the respective regimes. Do the calculations. Remove the fluctuations in the trend. Then you get the real weight. For instance, you want a model to go and fight Bukum Banku. I have to train and gain weight before I can withstand that. So Katie Hammond did growth when he was trying to do that kind of
you saw what he was doing.
I saw it, but you know, I don't pay attention to those people.
Okay.
You see, we have to get serious as a country. Why will you go and then, even in nominal terms,
right,
452 billion minus 122 billion, how many is left? How much is left? 330 billion. So 330 billion, is it equivalent to 120 billion, even at the current exchange rate of 14.19 cedis per dollar? So he has to look, he can dramatize the event over there. You know, our leaders, they are good at speaking English. If they are men, they should go to Asia and learn the mathematics and come and speak proper economics. Don't go to UK, learn the English and come and be polluting us. Our leaders must get this right. Policy making is not about the medium of communication. I told my friends that I wish, you know, when I wrote Ewe at my BC, I got 1. I said, I wish I speak economics in Ewe. I wish our finance minister present our budget in Twi or Fanti or Ewe. Russia, Ukraine war, have you ever seen Putin reading any statement in the English language? He speaks in his local language for the army to understand what he means. But here is the case, our budget is read in a foreign language. You go to India, their budget is read in Marathi or Hindi. So we must begin to look at certain basic things that we have forgotten as a people.
So that's the issue of stabilizing the macroeconomy. There's talk of building resilience, that's English, promoting inclusive growth and value creation.
Yeah, inclusive growth, like I said, we see the Dutch diseases here. We can't.
What's that?
The Dutch disease has to do with, you see, you have a boom or a booming oil sector, and you're getting excessive revenue. So you have to transfer part of the revenue to develop the other industries to catch up with the, how do we call it, the oil and gas. You are not able to do that. So you are in the business of taking the oil money to address critical challenges at the government level. Sometimes you even pay to influence the system using the oil money. So you are not able to get the real benefit from the oil that we have discovered. So there's the need for diversification. So inclusive growth means that whatever amount you are making from the oil and gas, you have to move a percentage to invest in agriculture.
Investment in agriculture is relative. We've invested so much in agriculture.
On paper.
Yes, absolutely.
On paper. You see, agriculture, our farmers feed the country. And a chunk of Ghanaians are into agriculture than even a chunk of our population work in the agriculture sector. More than those even in the formal sector, in the metropolis. Okay? So when it comes that way, you don't need to announce whatever you have done. We ourselves will feel it. Because a chunk of our population is into agriculture. So if you are doing any investment over there, we should feel it. Here is the case, our food inflation. Last year, I think it was around 129%. This year, we have recorded 181-point-something%.
That's food inflation.
Food inflation. Which has triggered into the main inflation being around 44%. Exchange. So, has agriculture helped us? No. Look at the real sector performance, agriculture, industry, and service. Compare them and say, agriculture is... So, on paper, they can give us all the indicators to support the argument. But in real time, when we get to the market, we know the price of a cup of gari or a bowl of gari now. The rice we know. So you don't need to tell. Agriculture, they have underperformed. And we have an insincere and inconsistent and in fact, incompetent agriculture minister who only know how to, meet the camera and speak.
He said
and
he doesn't
then
like
sometimes
the word
to even
incompetent.
He doesn't like. No, he's incompetent. If he is not incompetent, why will you announce a policy planting for food and job? You announce a policy rearing for blah 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 blah. You announce all these policies. And your inflationary rate is so high. And you have to the extent that you have to go and carry commodities from the farm and bring it to the ministry. You want the 30 million Ghanaians to work to the ministry and buy. You are incompetent.
I see.